Well, hello, Algebra kids. I am broadcasting this morning from my kitchen because I am feeling like you might be struggling a little bit without me there on some of the inequalities. So I wanted to clear up a few things for you. And also, I miss you. So I'm going to help you with a couple on the 3-4 practice. So the assignment today was to do the odds. So I'm going to help you with number 11, 15, and 19, and hopefully it helps you out. Okay? All right, so let's look at these. Oh, it's been a minute, so here we go. Oh, also, I'm on my kitchen floor, and this is just, a whiteboard that my kids had, so I'm working with what I got. All right, so here we go. Number 11, solving inequalities here, right? What we want to do first for any solving inequalities is if there are parentheses, we want to distribute and get rid of those, okay? So we're going to start with that. So we're going to start by doing negative 3 times 3z and get negative 9z. Then do negative 3 times positive 3 and get negative 9. But you want to write it down just like that, right? And don't add any extra negatives. Put down your inequality. Write down your negative 53. We haven't done anything with that yet. And then write down our plus 3z here. Okay, so now you take a look at it and you're like, okay, there's nothing on this side to add like terms, but on this side there are two z's, right? So we want to put those together. So negative 9z plus 3z is going to give us negative 6z. Minus 9, put that down. And then we're going to put our inequality and negative 53 here. Okay, so now if we're solving this, right, it's kind of backwards, right? So the solving part is on this side and the result is over here. So we're just going to imagine that it's not backwards, or you could rewrite it so that it's forward. So in the end, you can kind of use that to help you with, like, if you have to graph the inequality, okay? So if you're going to rewrite it forward, you just have to make sure that the alligator is eating the right thing. So you're allowed to do that, but I'm going to show you this way. All right, so what are we going to undo here? We're going to undo the minus 9 by adding 9 here, add 9 here. So now I've got negative 53 plus 9 is going to give me negative 44 is greater than negative 6z. Let's bring that down. That canceled, right? And then I'm gonna need my phone here a second because I'm gonna have to do the division, right? So we're gonna divide by a negative here. Divide by negative 6. Divide by negative 6. And when we divide by a negative, you need to flip that inequality, right? So, hey Siri, what is negative 4 divided by negative 6? Cheating.
The answer is approximately negative 44 divided by negative 6 is approximately
7 1/3 or 7.33. So our answer here is 7.3 repeating, right? That is the answer we get here. And we had to flip this inequality is less than x now. Now, if you had to graph that, right, then you have to make sure that you graph it in a way that it is pointing in the right direction, right? So I'm pretty sure on 3-4 practice you don't have to graph these, but I want to show you just to make sure before you take a quiz, right? So one thing that you want to do, if this is 7 and this is 8, right? 7.3 repeating would be about right here. It's going to be an open circle because there's not a line underneath that. And to determine which way it is pointing, you can either read it, 7.3 repeating is less than x, or you can write it so that the x is on the left side. If I write this the other way, right, x and 7.3 repeating, the alligator is eating the x, so I'm going to go ahead and make it eating the x and just write it the other way. This right here, you can cheat and use that as your arrow then. So then the arrow has to go this way. You can only use that cheat though if it's written where the variable's on the left side. Okay, let's do the next one. 6w, this is number 15 by the way. 6w plus 5 is greater than 2 times 3w plus 3. All right, so let's get rid of parentheses. 2 times 3w is 6w. 2 times 3 is positive 6. 6w plus 5. Write that back down in our inequality. All right, let's go about solving this, right? So the first thing I see is I have two variables, one on each side of the inequality. So I'm going to cancel this one out by subtracting. And this one as well. Now this one, I don't want to cancel both of them necessarily. This ends up being 0w plus 5 is greater than 6. I'm going to keep solving it now, even though I know that I have a 0 here, right? So I'm going to subtract 5 and subtract 5. All right, so now I have 0w is greater than 1. So now you have to use your logic. 0 times everything is what? It's 0, right? So this is really saying 0 is greater than 1. Is that true? Is 0 ever greater than 1? No, it's not. So if it's never, if you get to the end and this is untrue, the answer to this is no solution. That's how you know. When you get to the end and you get to the very final step and you're like, is that true? Is it always true or never true? That answer is no solution there. Okay, let's look at 19. Sorry, I'm a little snuffly because this medicine I'm on is getting me a little bit. Okay, here we go. Number 19. Let's see if we can zoom that. Sorry, my computer's literally sitting on a kitchen chair so I can do this. All right. Now we got parentheses again. Let's get rid of them. 2 times 1n is 2n. 2 times negative 3 gives us negative 6 is less than or equal to negative 13 plus 2n. Boop. All right, here we go. Now, again, we've got variables on either side. Let's cancel one out. I always cancel the one on this side. All right, again, we can see we're going to get a 0 here, right? So let's do it out. 0n minus 6 is less than or equal to negative 13. Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep doing it as if it's not a 0. So we're going to add 6, add 6. 0n is less than or equal to negative 13 plus 6 is negative 7. Okay, again, 0 times anything in the world is 0, right? So we end up with 0 is less than or equal to negative 7. Is 0 ever less than or equal to negative 7? Think about that. It's kind of weird, right? Is 0 less than negative 7? No, it's not. Is 0 ever going to equal negative 7? No. So this is another no solution. All right. Now, if we had gotten 0 is less than or equal to 0, right, in the end, and so this answer is no solution. But if we had gotten this, right, where 0 is less than or equal to 0, right, in the end, and we ask ourselves, is 0 ever less than 0? And the answer is no, right? But is 0 ever equal to 0? 0 is always equal to 0, right? And so that answer would have been all real numbers, right, or infinite solutions. So hopefully that helps clear that up for you guys. All right, that's it for today. I miss you guys. I love you. I hope you're doing okay without me. We do have a quiz coming up this week. If you need extra help, be sure you ask somebody, maybe your Pride teacher. Email me and I can maybe put together another kitchen video for you. Okay, I'll see you guys soon. Love you very much. Oh, where's the pause?